Guys, how are you? Welcome. We got this to work.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Great,
Okay.
Sammy.
Awesome. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead right now, obviously imperfectly, not perfectly. And obviously, there's been some glitches. Obviously, we didn't get Zoom to work, but we're recording this. And we're going to do our best to get this day one done the way it should be. And in the future, we'll get it better and better. So, Julia, let's start with you, hon. Talk to me. Your name, what's your deal? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, absolutely. So my name is Julia. I'm originally from upstate New York, from the Catskill Mountains.
Okay.
And I initially moved down to New York City to go to Columbia,
Sure.
studied sustainable development, and I started working in the solar industry just before I graduated. So for the past 5 years, I've been working in solar development, developing large-scale solar farms.
Okay.
I'm taking a little bit of a hiatus from the solar industry to, deal with some family stuff. I'm helping take care of my mom, and I'm also using this downtime to pursue a lifelong dream of becoming a pilot, and I'm working to get my private pilot's license at the moment.
Okay. Adina, your turn. First of all, welcome, Julia.
Wow, that's
Love you.
wonderful.
Julia. All right, Adina, let's
Thank
go.
you,
Let's
Sandy.
talk.
for the
Yeah,
love.
you
All right, Adina, we need your cheerleader hat. Come on, go. Ah! Come on, let's go. She's in the library. She can't scream. She has to be very chill, you know? But when she comes to the party, she makes the party. Like, literally. She's the party. The party doesn't happen till she gets there. All right, Adina, if you guys could stand up, that would be really awesome. And get yourself into state. And then you're going to tell us about yourself. You can introduce yourself, Adina. But that's important because the state that you're in changes how you feel. And right now, I feel we're a little bit not in the state that we want to get into if we're going to get something done today. So, Adina, Julia, I need you guys to stand up. I would say put on music, but I don't know how to get it on the phone. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Come on, get up. Come on. Jump up, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air.
DJ Antoine, he is my favorite DJ.
All right, so let's go. So can you put it on the phone? Put on the music if you can. You want to be our DJ for tonight? Well, you be our DJ. Come on. Are you standing or are you sitting or laying? The truth.
I'm in the car right now.
Oh, you're not driving, are you?
No, I'm parked.
Okay, you're parked.
Hands off the wheel.
Okay. Be safe. Safety first.
No.
Okay. You see how devoted she is? She stopped her car and she's getting to work. Adina, she stopped what she was doing. And I appreciate you guys showing me the support. Watch. Mark my words. This is being recorded, but mark my words. This is going to be in the future something that's going to be in very high demand. And people are going to pay a lot of money for what we're doing now. So really, I appreciate this vote of confidence. But watch, and you're going to be like, I know this guy. I remember we partied and we... Okay, anyways, let's stop. Let's do it. So, Dina, tell us about yourself, please. But get into state. I want you to stand up. I want you to move your body. You're not driving. I want you to get into state because you're not in state. If you need to Julia, could you put on music for us or not possible in the car?
Oh, no, I'm trying.
Yeah, please. Something good. Come on. We gotta wake up Adina. Because Adina needs the music. Once the music comes on, Adina takes over. By the way, ladies, do you know I'm fasting? I haven't eaten or drank anything, which is fun. I'm just letting you know. I'm waiting to break my fast to finish this. Because today was a fast day. Like, we had a religious fast day, whatever.
You guys hear that?
Yes. I don't know who's in there. But, okay, Dina, are you there? Talk to me. I think it's us three, but who knows? Maybe there's some secret admirers in the back. I don't know. Oh, we don't hear the music.
Oh, damn it, really?
I thought you meant to hear something. No, you gotta, like, blast it full tilt. Like, really, really high. There's nothing at all. All right, let me try mine. Hold on. Guys, I'll be right back, ladies.
Okay. Okay?
Yes, I'm just not in the right place for this. That's all.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear the music?
No.
Really? Okay. I'm trying to play it on my phone and also do the call on my phone. I wish I had my laptop with me right now, but I don't.
Can you guys hear it? Let's go!
Yeah, I do.
Oh, it's him.
Hey, Adina, let's go! Let's go! Come on, Julia, dance in your seat. Adina, let's go, let's go. We gotta get excited. We gotta get rolling. We gotta get our emotions going. Let's go, let's go.
They're gonna kick me out.
All right, did you guys hear it or no? Did you heard the music? Yes, fantastic. Okay, Adina, we still need to get you into state. But, okay, Adina, I want you to close your eyes. Let me make this slower, sorry. Okay, Adina, I need you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. You're not driving. No, just close your eyes. You know, it's for you.
All of us?
Okay, there you go. You're smiling. Okay, we got the muscles moving. Do you know your face has about 80 different muscles? And based on how you use your face, it changes how you feel. It changes your whole gut biochemistry. So, Adina's like, what? Adina's studying. She's in school right now. She's finishing up. So she's like a little bit in stressful mode, right? That's why we're trying to break the just in case you know. In case
awesome.
we need that contact. Yes, absolutely. It sure is. So, Adina, tell us about yourself. Hi.
Hi, hello. So
Hello.
right now I'm in college and I can't
college?
be very loud. And I'm here, guys. Hi.
You're in college and hi? Okay, I didn't get that. Okay, tell us more about yourself. What are you studying in school? What do you want to do? Where are you from?
I'm studying biology. I'm from
Biology.
Romania.
She's from Romania.
And
Okay.
right now I am trying to finish my bachelor's in
Okay.
biology. And I'm in the process of writing an essay.
Okay. What kind of essay? What's the topic?
It's actually an elective for my major, and it's geography.
Okay, perfect. Maybe you could move Adina, maybe you could move the camera a little bit back so we could get more of you and see you, because we were getting like cut off like this and like that, and we want to see you.
Okay.
So we know who we're talking to, right? Okay. Welcome, Julia. Welcome, Adina. I'm very happy to have you here, okay? Let's get started, okay? You guys know me, right? I think
No.
you know me. Well, if you don't know me, it's very funny how we met, by the way, Adina and I. We were by the boardwalk here in Brooklyn. And this was during the peak of COVID. Just lost my dad. And it was a few months later. It was like in June, I think. And she was there, and I got a bunch of like drinks, like cheers, whatever, and some like food snack, like from like salads and stuff. And I met them, and I'm like, "You guys want some? Want to have some?" Sure. We had cheers, we spoke, we talked. By the time the night was over, we became best friends. Her and another girl, and they were doing it. We have like, check out my TikTok. They have like videos. It's fun. Yes, that's great. She does like. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. They had fun, and we met and we became really good friends. She comes out and parties a lot. Okay, Julia is also a very good friend of mine. I know her for a very long time. I love you both. You guys are the best. Mwah.
By the way, how
Yes.
did you meet, guys?
How did you meet Julia?
I think probably a PhD.
Probably a PhD.
Yeah.
I
How
might be
many
bad.
years ago?
I'm recording. I don't know if I should be sharing this. Okay. No, I might be banned from PhD because they didn't like I was promoting some other place when I was there. So, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. I'm sorry.
You weren't
How
supposed
many-
to be doing that.
I'm sorry. I'm missing. Julia, what were you saying? I didn't hear you.
Oh,
What?
never mind.
Adina,
How many years ago you met, guys?
how many years ago did we meet? It was
4 months.
1910.
4?
Yes, 1910.
2019, so 4 years ago.
1919. All right. Anyways, so guys, this is the deal, okay? Everything we do in life. Do you guys have journals?
I hate journals.
I know, but you have paper. You have paper and a pen. So you do.
I've had one off and on.
I'm sorry. What?
I've had one off and on with
No,
different
right
goals.
now. Do you have something to write on? That's very important.
Not right now, but I have a good memory.
No, but it's kind of, we need you to write it on something. Do you have like something where you could type it? Or that would defeat, you wouldn't be able to record.
I think I just have my phone with me. Oh, I do have a pen. Hold on.
There you go. Yes. Adina?
Yes, just because they keep texting me.
Who keeps texting you?
People that need me. Oh, I'm needed. I am needed. What can I
You're
do?
always needed. But, right now we're in a meeting and we got to focus because we are focused on you and me and Julia.
Yeah, but this is kind of important.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. You ready, Julia?
I'm ready.
Adina? If you could move back so we can see you. Adina, if it helps, maybe just give us, if you need to end earlier, I understand you're busy, whatever, but just give us a little bit of focus so we can get a little bit done. And then maybe I'll give you homework and then you can do that later, add it to your schoolwork. It's going to be a little, don't worry, it's not crazy homework. It's just going to be to go on the Facebook group. Okay, ready? Adina? Yes? No? Maybe so?
No.
Okay.
Homework. I already have homework.
Okay, but you have a pen right now, a pen and a paper. Oh, we lost Julia. Now we just have really beautiful hair. Okay. Hey, she's back. Okay. All right, guys, ladies. So everything in life, everything we do. Are you with me, Adina?
Everything we do.
There we go. Okay, but you're too close, a little back so we can see more of you. Perfect. So everything we do in life stems from emotional needs that we all have, okay? These emotional needs are certainty. Please write it down. Certainty is one. Write it down, please, if you want. You should write it down. Certainty, it's easy, just 6 words. Variety, significance, love and or connection. Certainty, variety, significance, love or connection, growth, and giving or contribution. So we got certainty, variety, significance, love, connection, growth, and contribution. Are you with me, Adina? Yes, she's smiling. She's giving me a funny face.
Okay, I got him down.
You got it down? Okay, you want to share it with us, Julia? So Dina can make sure she got it too? Let's go. What's wrong?
We've got certainty, variety, significance, love and or connection, growth, and giving/contribution.
Okay. So my question is, what drives you the most when you look at yourself? Not what you feel sounds right, not what you feel you should have, okay? If you need to look deeply in your heart, in your soul, Adina, Julia, Sam, you right? If you look deep into your heart and your soul, what drives you the most out of those 6? Like we said, it was certainty. What does certainty mean? Let's help define them. You can define them however you want. Well, that's part of the process, by the way. You know what you need to get it satisfied. When you say certainty, what has to happen for you to be certain? What has to happen for you to have the variety in your life, to have the significance, to have the love? Because we need them all. To be clear, we need all of these things. If you're on the phone and you don't feel safe, right? You can't concentrate and have a meeting because your certainty is gone, right? So you need to have some certainty that it's safe. We can stand here or we can sit there and we can work, right? Variety, different experiences, right? A lot of times in life, people are very, they just get comfortable. You know, that, by the way, kills relationships. You ready for a big relationship secret, ladies?
Yes.
What's one of the biggest things that kills love and passion in relationships is that people get comfortable. And once you get comfortable, yes, then there's no more romance. You're dressing up hot. You're like, oh, okay, you put on your whatever, no variety. And when there's no more variety is the spice, not only of life, but of a relationship. You have to always create variety. It's very important. But anyways, we got certainty, variety, then we got significance. To feel important, to feel that you mean something. You know, that's important. We all have that. But the question is how important is it? Love, connection, growth, to grow, progress, and contribution, giving beyond ourselves. Now, you know, so do you know what are the top two for you, ladies?
I mean, I would say growth. You know, I'm always looking for personal growth. I'm always looking to improve myself as a person. And, you know, I always strive to learn new things and seek out new experiences. So I would say growth can kind of be a combination of variety that we talked about, just because you can't have growth without variety. If you don't, if nothing changes, you don't change. And if you don't change, nothing changes. So I feel like there's sort of like twofold, like one and the same almost. You can't have one without the other.
Okay, and what's the second one after growth?
So definitely growth for me, and then drives me, I would say significance also, because I like feeling a sense of satisfaction. If I feel that what I'm doing isn't having a significant impact on people and things around me, then I'm not going to have the sense of satisfaction to keep going. So for instance, in solar development that I have, you know, I have a sense of satisfaction because I know that I'm doing my part to help the environment, to drive growth, you know, while providing, you know, basically it's like the definition of sustainable development, you know, meeting the needs of the present without compromising the needs of the future. So I like having a satisfaction, and that drives me. So significance and growth, I would say, are the two most important ones for me on my list.
Wait, so what's first though? What order?
Probably significance, because if what I'm doing...
Significance is number one.
Yeah, I would say and then growth is number two. Because if I'm doing something I find significant, I'm probably going to have the growth follow along it. So I'd say...
That's fine, but right now we're not going deep. We're just doing quick, you know, we'll because that's going to be part of the homework. We're going to go deep. Okay, so significance is number one, and number two is growth. Perfect. Okay, what about you, Adina? What does that mean? What about you?
Can we skip me?
No, we can't skip you.
No, I don't want to do this.
No. Julia said absolutely not. I already asked. She said we cannot skip you. So you gotta talk. Adina, talk to us.
No, I can't focus on this. I'm sorry.
Well, just what do you value most? Is it to be certain, or is it to have like variety, like different things, or is it to feel important? Is it to have love? Is it to grow? Is it to be able to just give? Like, what do you really value? Like, truth. This is easy. Come on, you know what? What do you go to? You go to emotions.
Okay, so I guess it's love. To me, love is the driving force.
Okay, so that's number one. And what's number two then?
What were the other words? Significance, growth?
Like, just think about the emotions. Forget about the words. Like, feeling important, feeling that you're giving, feeling that you're growing, feeling that you have different flavors to experience. Like, what really lights you up? What are the emotions that drive you?
Yeah, I guess love and variety.
Love and variety. Okay, perfect. So write that down. Write that down in your notebook so we know. That's gonna be part of it. You're gonna have to send me this like an email or something to let me know. Okay. So there you go. Perfect. Okay, perfect, girls. So for me, in case you're curious, if you care, if you want to.
Let's see. Let's hear.
For me, I value the most love and growth. That to me is most important. Love, connection, and growth. Certainty is obviously important. Everything's important. Variety, I love variety. I love different things. But to me, the most important thing, like that I feel is critical for me, that means living, is to grow and to love. So that to me, those are my two. And what's first? Maybe love, but growth is really like almost tied. So it's like if it's off by like 1%, like growth to me is so important, and so is love. Those two things are like my driving force for why I love. If that makes sense. Yep. So now my question to you is, do you guys feel that those are what serve you the most? And if not, what do you feel would serve you better? If you would emphasize one. Again, you deserve to have everything. All of the above. All set, right? Certainty, variety, significance, love, growth, connection, giving, all of that. But do you feel that you're getting the optimal level of living by living from significance being number one, or from love being number one, or from this, or like whatever it is? What do you guys feel? So Julia, you go first. Go.
Okay, that's a good question. I actually think I read a quote about that recently, and it talked about how if you focus on a project, so basically if you assign your I wouldn't necessarily sense of self-worth, but if you commit yourself to a goal, to an action, instead of like a certain position, then you'll always do well in life. So for instance, if I were to, let's say, commit myself to Tesla, like the solar company Tesla, and like and internally say like, oh, I'm so committed to Tesla, this, that, and the other, and then I were to get fired from Tesla, I would lose my sense of purpose and self-worth. But instead, if I tie my sense of purpose and self-worth into solar development in general, then, I could say, well, Tesla didn't work out, so I'm going to join this other company in order to pursue my ambitions, or I'm going to break out and start my own company.
Okay, so I think I need to go backwards. There's one question I want us to ask ourselves. Okay, write this down, please, guys. What does it take for you to optimally experience the top two emotions? What does it take for you to experience love, or significance, or variety, or like those words, like whatever your top two are? What does it take for you to regularly, not sometimes, but regularly, consistently experience that? Because this is the thing. You ready? Adina, you with me? Yes. Julia, this is what it is. The emotions that you value the most, if you experience it a lot, you're going to be happy a lot. You're going to be fulfilled a lot. Life is going to be exciting a lot. When you don't experience the emotions you value the highest, then life starts to suck. Then you get upset. Then you get stressed out. Then you get disappointed. Then you get like, what the fuck? So, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, listening. And you get burnt out.
If you feel that your work is not making a difference, then you're going to think like, what's the point? Why am I doing this? If work isn't really making an impact, I'm not growing as an individual. And then that can make it even harder to dedicate yourself to your work. So you always have to have like a sense of significance tied into it. That you have to know that your work is making a difference. Even in times where you don't necessarily see accomplishments happening, just know that you yourself are growing as a person. And you will ultimately get there.
Okay, so what has to happen? So those are the two words. So could you repeat them, if you don't mind? I want to make sure we got it, please.
Okay, so basically significance and growth.
No, what was the question? Again. The questions. Yeah, I remember significance and growth, but the two parts of the question, if you want.
So basically, you have to know that your work is getting you to a final end.
I'm sorry, Joe. What's the questions? We had two questions. So what are the two questions? Yeah.
As far as avoiding burnout?
No. We asked two questions. We said, the first question was, what has to happen for you to experience those emotions? So that's the question. You can write that down.
Emotions.
what has to happen for you to experience your top 2 emotions regularly? And number 2, the question was, do you feel you might want to replace it with other emotions that would serve you better? And which ones would those be? If you could write those questions down, because later I might draw on your notes. Adina's enjoying this. Yes, Adina. She loves it. Adina, I know she loves it, right?
Can I only be a passive listener and that's it, please?
No, we don't do passive. Absolutely, we don't do passive. We do active.
Okay.
Okay. So you got it? Okay, so now you can answer. Go ahead. So the first question was, if you want to repeat it.
Sure. Question number 1. What does it take for you to optimally experience love, significance, variety?
Okay.
And then, do you think you may want to experience other emotions instead of the one you chose?
That would serve you better. That would serve you better.
Better.
Right. And then for the first part, it's which of the 2 do you feel like, what has to happen for you to experience those 2 optimally on a regular basis? That's very important right at the part. To experience it optimally on a regular basis. So what has to happen for you to feel the top 2 emotions that you have, that you're getting to be there every day?
Okay.
Because if that's what you value the most, you're going to be happy the most. Right? Go ahead.
Is the answer to this, Sammy?
I'm sorry?
Do you have the answer to this? Like, what has to happen for you to experience?
No, this is your answer. It's not mine.
Can you give us an example, though, to help us?
Do you want me to go through me? Do you want me to answer these questions and then I'm going? Okay, but then right after me, Adina goes next, or Julia goes next. I'm saying that because she's like, yes, I want you to go. Okay. So you say the question, I'll give the answer. So now I'm giving you the mic. You're going to question me, and I'm going to be the the person responding. You're interviewing me now. Go ahead. Hey, how are you? My name's Sam. What's up? How are you, Coach Julia? Yeah, go ahead.
Love the energy. Love the enthusiasm. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So, Sammy, we're going to go back. What drives you the most of the 6 examples that we gave? So certainty, variety, significance, love, growth, contribution. Of those, what 2 drive you the most? Okay.
So those are 6 core emotional needs that everyone has, including myself. And I need all of them. I need to have certainty in my life. I need to have variety in my life. I need to have significance. I need to have love. I need to have connection, growth, giving. I need to have all of them. But if I would have to pick 2 that really drive me the most, that I light up with, that I live for, it's to love and to grow. Those are very critical for me.
And when you say growth?
Love goes first, growth is second. Progress or growth, same thing.
When you say growth, are you envisioning growth in a relationship or growth professionally or both?
Growth in every part of my life. Every part growth. There's no such thing as having one part growing without the other, because it's all one unit. If you're growing mentally, but physically you're not taking care of your health, it's going to change how you feel. Just like we said now, we put on music, you feel better. If you're slouching, you're like, how do you feel? I don't know. You feel different. When you move your body, you put your shoulders back. When you stand up, you feel differently than when you're lying down, So your body changes your chemicals in how you feel.
So that's why making yourself smile and making yourself use those 80 muscles in your face, you can effectively change your mood because it's sort of like flex. So if you make yourself smile, it'll actually make yourself feel better because it's kind of like muscle memory, basically.
Absolutely. And by the way, that's a big thing too. Adina, Julia, everything in our body, in our soul, in our heart, whether you're spiritual, whatever you believe, it's all like a muscle. When you go to the gym and you work out, it becomes hard, but it gets easier and you're able to lift more and it starts to become automatic. Same thing with any emotions that you're trying to create in your life. Initially, it's hard. You do these affirmations, you do these things like, oh my gosh, nothing's changing. But if you affirm it enough and you stop affirming the things that you don't want, you start to eventually create what you want in your life. That's what it is. Where focus goes, energy flows. So go ahead. So yes, I'm all ears. So that's all you wanted to ask me, Julia?
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Sammy, I've got the mic here. Okay,
yes,
so you
ma'am.
said love and growth. And then my question for you is, what has to happen for you to experience these optimally on a regular basis?
Okay. For me to experience love on a regular basis, it doesn't take much. You know, I see my mom a lot, thank God, you know, love her dearly. And like for me, just to kiss my mom, give her a hug, be affectionate, see her, just be in her presence, that to me is love. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be some crazy thing or whatever. And in terms of what I need to get from her, the littlest thing I take, and I take it with love. You know, like it's not like, oh, well, my mom has to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, I did. And after you're done with 10,000 things, then I can experience love that she's showing me love. No, if she does the smallest thing, boom, that's love for me. Whatever, boom, that's love. That's love. So for me, love is paying. Maybe you want to write this down because it's important. I think since you're asking me, paying attention to the smallest details. And really becoming mindful and emotionalizing every single experience that the other person gives me. The littlest thing.
So basically paying attention when people go out of the way to do nice things for you and not just taking them for granted.
Right, but it's not even out of the way. Like I'm saying, like in other words, paying attention to everything. Like the littlest thing. Like I think that's what big problem. A lot of times people feel, oh, I'm not being appreciated enough, you know? Maybe you're not. But I feel that I kind of try to balance where I appreciate everything, but if I didn't get the appreciation I wanted to get, that's okay. So for me, I have a very high standard of tolerance of not being properly appreciated till I get the result. And therefore, I'll produce the content until I get the result. I don't care from it. I'll do the thing until I get the result.
You don't necessarily need the external validation because you need love within yourself to help provide the self-motivation.
Well, to say I don't need it, that would be dishonest. Everyone needs it. But I work on myself where I kind of learn to basically, you know, I experience love from myself, from within. So my love doesn't depend on someone else. Does that make sense? So in other words, I take the power back by doing it. So in other words, if I said hello to someone and they said, F you. So in the past, I used to be like, shit, what is that? You know, right? You get upset? And sometimes you do. I'm not perfect. But today, I usually laugh. My default is I go to comedy. Adina, you're so serious. Are you good, Adina? We need the party. Get the party Adina out. Put on your party Adina hat. Do you have a party Adina hat? Because we need the party girl. We need the party girl. We can't have the serious student girl because the serious student girl. You know what they say? Stay in your brain. Stay in your head. You're dead. You have to go into your heart. Get out of your mind. Get out of the analysis. Go into your heart. Go into who you really are, Adina. You know who you are. You're a lover. You're this. You give. You're passionate. Let's do that. Come on. Let's get out of the negative mode. This is not like something painful. This must be something very pleasurable. So let's allow that to become the experience. Deal? Yes? Okay. Bye, Julia. All yourself.
All right. So that's great to hear that you have, you know, like you said, you know, we all seek a certain level of outside validation, but it's great that you have, you know, you're able to self-motivate yourself and have love come from within, and then you're able to recognize acts of love in other people, you know, such as with your mom, which is really nice.
Thank you. I'll give you another, if you want to take some notes, another secret, since we're already on this.
Oh, okay. I got you. I was looking through my questions again to see if I had any others to ask you.
Okay, no, you can ask, sure, but I just want to tell you a little secret. This is the secret. When you reframe things in life, that's when you take your life back. So I believe in framing things in a way where I take things that serve me and I make the ability to experience it easy. But things that don't serve me, I make it super difficult to experience that. So for
Wait, I'm
example, okay, I'll give you for example. I value love the most, and the opposite, obviously, I don't enjoy as much, right? So to me, love is very important. So now for me to experience the opposite of love, it takes a lot and almost can never be actualized. But for me to experience the actual love, the littlest thing, boom, I'm there. I'm with you. I'm there. That's it. And that lets me satisfy my needs often and to a very high level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. So basically,
Okay.
like extract in there.
Adina's smiling. That's a good thing. Tug, what's on your mind, Adina? We need some input here.
No, I was thinking that in my case, I'm kind of not happy with whatever I do with the results. It's hard for me to get happy, so I keep working and working to be better.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to achieve that love, I guess.
So tell us more about that. What do you mean by it's very hard for you to experience what? Love?
Maybe because I think of love also I associate it with perfection sometimes.
Mm. So how does perfection tie into love?
Well, how does it tie? I don't know.
I can
With happiness, I guess.
What? I'm sorry?
Happiness. It's
What do you
something
mean
that
by
connects both of them.
What do you mean by that?
Well, love makes you happy. And when I do something that is perfect, it makes me happy.
Did you hear what she's saying, Julia? I didn't mean to stop. I just wanted to let her finish her thought. But what she's doing right now, Julia, is Adina is tying perfection with love. She's making love conditional. She's creating hell for herself on earth to the optimal level because she's making something that is not feasible by any human being. Nobody's perfect and nothing is perfect but God, the creator, the universe. And therefore, when she ties in her love to perfection, she doesn't get to live in the emotional home that she values so freaking much. And that's what she needs to hear for herself. So my question to you then is, does that serve you to tie in perfection and love? Better yet, who...
It kind of does, because that's kind of something that pushes me to grow and to keep working.
Keep working. But if you're always working and you're never happy with the work, then what the
well,
fuck
you
is
do
work?
get some.
Work, excuse me,
No,
friend.
of course there are some
Yes.
achievements, even if things are not always perfect, but you have the feeling, oh, I'm getting close.
Even
So
your
it's-
camera's going no. Do you realize that? Your camera's going like this. You saw that? Even your camera's like, this is bullshit. Adina, you know that's not the truth. Come on. Let's look the truth. What's the truth? What is the truth? You just told us BS, but what is the truth? What is the truth that you've been in denial of for so many years and you need to let free of so you can actually begin to live? Because for you, life is love, but you don't let yourself experience the love because you make it conditional. What has to happen for you to break free? Do you like to be in jail or do you like to be free? What do you like?
What?
What do you like? You like freedom?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So let's free you right now. Let's do this shit. What has to happen for us to set Adina free?
Finish my essay. Before midnight.
Finish your essay. Okay, and what happens if you finish the essay before midnight?
I'm free.
You're free. Why are you free?
Because I have to finish it.
You
And
have to, or you're choosing to?
well, in this case, I have to.
You have to, or you're choosing to?
I have to because I choose to.
So then you're choosing to, but you don't have to. It's a decision. When you understand that everything you do in your life, you own, then you take your life back, Adina. If you're going to say that, well, I don't experience love, but I love love. Oh, I keep trying. I'll keep this. But you're the one making the decision to not experience that love based on these impossible conditions you're creating for yourself. Your essay has nothing to do with love. Whether or not you do it is irrelevant. 5-10 years from now, you won't even freaking care. And by the way, that's a rule. Write this down. If 5 to 10 years from now, you won't even remember what's worrying you today, put it on the last level of draining you. If it's not going to fucking matter in 5 years, excuse my French, then don't let it matter so much today. I'm not saying don't do it. It would be nice, but it's not critical. Something 5 years from now that will matter, that's what you fight for, and you make sure you get. I see Julia's shaking her head. What do you think? Make sense?
No, I was reassessing my own goals and priorities in life.
Okay.
Like I was thinking, like 5 to 10 years from now, it won't necessarily matter, like the little squabble that I had with one of my friends. It's like we'll make up, it'll be fine, we'll move past it. But right now when I'm at home, like taking care of my mom and helping her out, 5 to 10 years from now, like that's going to be the thing that really matters to me, and that's going to be the thing that I look back on fondly and remember.
There you go.
Being there, helping her, and being a good daughter to her. I'm not going to remember like the little squabble that I had with my friend. Of course, like I care about them and I care about our friendship, but that's not going anywhere. But like my mom's not always going to be in my life forever, so I need to love and care and appreciate her now.
That's beautiful. Adina, you want me to tell you something that you can write down, and you as well, Julia, please. Something that people that are probably one of the most perfect people I know has written down. Their secret, their motto, how they live. Would you like me to share that with you? And you can write this down and put it in your heart and put it on your mirror and repeat it every day 10,000 times and get excited and dance, go, ah, and say it. You ready? Are you ready? Yes? Yes, 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 yes? Okay. It's easy. 3 words. Write it down, please. Progress, not perfection. Progress, not perfection.
Oh, I struggle with that.
Not perfection. Progress, not perfection. Progress, not perfection. And maybe one more. Perfection does not exist. Perfection does not exist. No matter how good you think you are. Let me ask you a question. Today's phone that you have, I don't care how good it is or how new it is, right? Is it a lot better than the phone you had maybe 2 years ago, a year ago?
Yeah.
Most likely. What about 2 years before? What about 2 years before?
Then?
What?
Was good then?
Right. But I'm saying, but has it become better? So that means, so if it became better, by definition, the other one wasn't perfect. So there's never a limit. Get that through our hearts and our minds and to our hearts and our souls. There's no such thing as perfection. It doesn't exist. It's a fantasy. So when you understand that, you become free. You don't need perfection anymore. Perfection doesn't effing matter. What matters is that you're growing, not perfectly. Look at me. I'm messing up. I'm trying to do a freaking thing. 2 people show up. I messaged I don't know how many thousands of people. I try to do the Zoom call there. But you know what? I don't give a F. You know why? Because I took the initiative. I went and I tried to do what I can today to the best of my ability. I pushed myself, and it will be better next time. And it'll be better next time. And I'm going to be the iPhone 10, and then the 11, and the 12. Or Samsung, Note 10, 12, 20, 30, whatever. Yes?
I wrote it down. And that's definitely something I struggle with.
What do you struggle with?
I think it's important.
Go ahead.
Perfection. Like the whole...
so you see, we have a lot in common here, Dina. Go ahead.
We definitely do. The whole perfection mentality, because oftentimes you'll think, if I can't do it perfectly, then what's the point in doing it? And that's the whole I'll start my diet tomorrow because I already had one cookie, and then one cookie will turn into 10 cookies. It's like,
so we're gonna put ourselves on a diet, all three of us right now. It's gonna be a perfection.
I'm hungry.
You hungry? Me too. I didn't eat all day. You understand? Eat or drink. Yeah. So I'm fasting for you ladies, just so you know. So I want you to value this. I love you guys. So what was I gonna say? Oh, we're putting ourselves on a perfection diet. Every day, we're going to deprive ourselves of some things that require perfection in our heads to get done. We're going to really commit to this. I want you every day. This is going to be home. You're going to text me and you're going to say, hey, Sam, or in the group, you could say, hey, this is the thing today that I did and I wouldn't have done in the past, but I'm going to freaking do it imperfectly today. I could have waited with this challenge another 5 months, 6 months, a year. I probably would have had a better experience, right? You guys are laughing at me. Look at the screw up. What are you doing today? I don't care. Because my value is independent of what other people think of me. And I know that I need to grow. So I need to do my growth. Because for me, that's the important thing. Not the perfection. And by the way, significance. That's important. But if that drives everything you do, how often will it be hard to experience that, Julia? How often do we want to feel significance and we create high standards, hence the perfection, hence the procrastination, hence this endless cycle of not going where we want to go? So significance, does it serve you, Julia? To tie, again, we all need it. We all need it. But to put that on top, where I need to experience significance, does that serve you? The truth. We're not judging. This is, out of love.
The sense of accomplishment, to always put that on top.
Not sense of accomplishment, but do you see what you just did? You rephrased it. Because you tried to tippy-toe out of it. But the reality is, we're not going to get anywhere unless you take it head on. No, significance. Feeling important. Having that desire that I need to feel important. And again, we all need this, right, Julia? Right? Adina, we all need this. We need to feel significance. We need to feel important. Everyone does, right? You want to be. But my point is that should it be on top or should it be on the bottom? Or should it be something where I could feel significant with the littlest thing? For example, if this person calls me, let's say whoever it is, right? A person you value calls me. For me to feel significance, they need to do A, B, C, and D and say, hey, like 20,000 things, which they're probably not going to do. They were too busy, they're too stressed, they're too this, they're too confused, they're home, or whatever. But for me to feel significance, based on that, I won't. But if for me to feel significance, all that has to happen is that they actually call me, or they say hi, or they just respond to my text. That's all I need. And again, if you're dealing with certain people, maybe they won't, or whatever. But if you create a lot less of a requirement to experience it, you set yourself free. So number one, maybe redo your priorities of what's important for you. But number two, also make it easy for yourself to get satisfied what you really need. Adina, you with us? Yes? Adina, any comments, thoughts, or concerns, or questions?
A little bit.
We are almost out of time, so go ahead.
Go ahead, Julia.
What?
I feel like she has so much.
I can't hear you. What did you say?
I'll jump in. No, I think you're right as far as redoing priorities for what you think is right for you. Because initially, I did attribute a lot of what drives me to significance, but there doesn't always have to be like such a huge emphasis on significance. And like you said, you can derive significance from a small thing. So for instance, if you're looking to help people, even if you help someone in the smallest way, you're still helping them and you can derive significance from them. So even if you don't change around their entire life, even if you changed around their day or you did one positive thing for them, you still help that person. So just because you didn't necessarily accomplish your overall goal, even if you're taking small steps to get there and you're growing along the way as a person, or you're helping other people grow, or helping to share and spread love with them, you should still from that.
Perfect.
Did I get it?
I would write this down. Write this down.
Okay.
Adina, you as well if you want. What you don't control, what you do not control, is none of your business. And what people think of you is none of your business. And what other people do is none of your business. How would that change our lives if we would live by it? Adina, what do you think?
A dystopia?
What? A dystopia, she said?
Yes.
What does that mean? Tell me more. What do you mean by that? I'm sorry, what?
Chaos.
Chaos?
Yes.
Or a kiss? You would get a kiss. You would be kissing yourself. You would be so happy. Is that what you're saying? Okay, that's true. So she's saying she would kiss herself because she would be in love with herself. You know what? When you look, you should do mirror work. Louise Hay speaks about this every day. She speaks about this, but you should do this every day. Basically, to go to the mirror and to say, I love you. To literally go into the mirror and to say, I love you. I don't give a F what you do or don't do. I freaking love you, period. And to do it every day. Excuse me?
Isn't that selfish and narcissistic?
No.
No?
That's the problem. Do you see what's happening with us, Adina, Julia, right, in life? We create these rules and conditions that make us miserable, that make us anxious, that make us push things off because we created this whole world. It has nothing to do with the outside. It's all from ourselves. So when we change the rules, when we change how we frame everything, when we change the stories, when we change the meanings and the requirements, then we take our life back and we become the drivers of our lives and not sitting in the backseat anymore. Do you want to be a backseat driver, or do you want to be the one that drives your life? You know what's one of the worst emotions to have? It's not perfection, Adina, Julia. It's regret. The one emotion you don't want to have in your future is regret. Forget about the past. Whatever is done is over, is dead, has nothing to do with you. It's a different person, and you're accusing a person that doesn't exist because it's not, you're a new person now. But today, what you're going to do today, you have to live from, I am not going to allow my fears create regret. I'm not going to allow my bullshit freaking conditions create regret. I'm not going to let my dreams, my goals, my visions, my reason for being here to not exist because of my, self. What are your thoughts, ladies? touching home. Truth from the heart. You know? It's like I've realized, you know, they say that when you're in a room sometimes, or when you're in life sometimes, right? You think everyone's looking at you, everyone's judging, or everyone's thinking about you. But as time passes, you realize that everyone has their own freaking problems, concerns, questions, insecurities. They don't know what they're here for. They're lost. So years from now, none of that shit will matter at all. But you know what's going to matter? If you didn't do what you wanted to do. If you didn't live the life you wanted to live. If you didn't give what you wanted to give here on earth in whatever shape and form, whatever you believe spiritually, God, the universe, whatever. If you didn't, that's the only thing that matters. And perfection is a guaranteed lockout of getting what you want. Perfection's a guaranteed way to be miserable. Perfection's a guaranteed way to always push things off. Perfection's a guaranteed way to not be yourself and to do what others think you should do. There's no such thing as perfection. It's an imaginary, like, fantasy. So let yourself free. Julia, Dina, Sammy, let yourself free. Can we make that decision? Can we close this out with a decision that we're not going to let perfection have any control of us anymore? Or we could be in jail. I mean, you could be dominated and tie yourself up, but I think you want to be free. What do you say?
I say yes. I don't want to be.
Yes.
I don't want to be in jail.
It's a party. That's it. Okay.
I'm ready. And don't let perfection have control over you.
Perfect. Okay. So can I give you homework, ladies? May I?
Yes.
Dina? Pretty please? Pretty please? Julia? Okay. So the homework, if I can ask, seriously, all joking aside, if you could just go into the Facebook group, okay, and just create a little live video of yourself.
Ooh.
And what you got out of today's session, what you learned. Adina's so excited. Julia, you're going to have to run to beat her to it because she's going to be the first one on there. So,
I'll make a post. I'll say like very enthusiastic post about what we covered.
Right, but it's also you think it's for me, which is helpful. I appreciate it, but it's really for you because you need to make yourself take uncomfortable action. And you need to be able to go and be live and be on social media and not be afraid of that. Because today, that is the key to anything you want. And if you don't get comfortable going live, I didn't say record it. Recorded's no good. It has to be live. 60 seconds. Julia, 60 seconds. Adina, 60 seconds. Not a whole thing. You could put 2. If you want, you could do 2 videos. One could be a little bio about yourself, and one could be what you got out of today. And maybe respond to the questions we have. Yes? Possible? Can we do that? Any questions or comments? Okay. Ladies, any questions, comments, concerns, or thoughts before we wrap up?
All clear.
All clear? You have nothing to say? Adina, I think you have something you want to say. Come on. Tell me one thing you got out of today or didn't. Or do you feel you wasted your time? No, honestly. Don't be, straight.
No, the thing with perfection, you're right. So
I'm right? Or are we going to actually
it's true.
Take our life back? Because I don't want to be right. Because you know what happens? We tell ourselves, you're right, but then we go back to default. Everything, okay, this is going to be another session. Write this down. Everything, please. Everything in life is about patterns. Every single thing in life is about patterns. Repetitive thoughts, repetitive actions, repetitive going to certain people that you know you don't want to be around, and they screw you and they keep you down and you keep going back. Repetitive anything are patterns. And until you don't disrupt that pattern, you continue to be trapped by it. So what I'm saying, Adina and Julia, is that it's not about saying this was nice or not. You need to basically decide that you're going to disrupt whatever patterns don't serve you. And that's it. Like, really go and like drastically take it apart. Now, how you do that, that's more of a discussion. We did that in our first session. But that should be a very important thing to know, that you need to break your pattern.
I think that's a good thing to end.
Right.
Break your patterns, like the pattern of perfectionism.
Exactly.
You know, allow yourself to be a beginner. Allow yourself to make mistakes. You know, it's all part of the process. It's all part of personal growth. And
Absolutely.
to accept that perfectionism is a myth. And when you buy into that myth, you're basically putting yourself in jail, and you have to break free in order to basically achieve your goals. Otherwise, you'll just be putting them off and putting them off and putting them off. Because
and then you're creating a guaranteed emotion called regret.
Because you're never actually getting to your goals.
Because
and
this is the part, right? Life can get tricky because life can make you so focused on perfection that you guarantee yourself regret. Maybe write that down. Life can trick us by making us so focused on perfection that we guarantee perfect regret. So better imperfect actions than perfect regret. Okay, there you go. That's a perfect line. I just came up with it. Better imperfect actions than perfect regret.
I like
than
that.
Perfect misery. Than perfect sadness. Than perfect lack of fulfillment.
I'm leaving that in regret. There we go. All right.
Okay.
I got it.
So, any questions, Adina? Okay. Julia, what about you? Your turn.
I don't think I have any questions. I think this was a really good workshop because I really do need to ingrain me about perfection. Like I know there's another famous quote that I forgot how it goes. So basically, it's something like any small progress is better than delayed perfection. Something like that.
Any small progress is better than absolutely. But you know what it is? When we create this is a whole other thing about a breakthrough, but the language we use changes how we feel. So when you create certain words and certain meanings and certain physical connections, you get a lot more motivated to do it and follow through. So that statement is beautiful, Julia. Thank you. But I would make it very much more romantic, much more passionate, much more exciting. Add whatever flavorings, whatever spices you got to put in, right? Adina, you're a good cook, right? Julia, I think you are too, right? Put all the spices to get what you need. And spare no expense of spices to get the results. If you need a little more garlic, that's okay. If you need a little more cayenne, a little more of this, a little more onion, whatever, I'm getting hungry too now.
You guys should have dinner.
So, okay, perfect. So where do we go from here? So what do you guys think, though? Like, any sincere comments? Like, we're done, basically, unless you have any other questions. But what do you guys think? Seriously. We are recording this, FYI. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. We have to decide, but guys.
I think once, we figure out, any technical issues, I think it'll be, being able to jump right into the thick of things. I think that'll be, really nice. I think that'll be a good starting off point for everyone.
Do you feel that we should just continue like this for the next 4 days and forget about the Zoom and other people? Or do you think we should try to get it together and then catch up? Like, what do you ladies prefer, honestly? I'm here to stay.
I'm comfortable with WhatsApp call.
You're comfortable? I didn't hear you.
Yeah. I think this WhatsApp call, I think it's working a little bit clearer as far as the tech. So I think that's good.
Well, I do want to kind of play with Zoom because I want to get more proficient. So like I said, imperfect action. So I figure if we try to do it the next 3 days, we'll get there. So, I mean, if that's okay, but I'm thinking, should we like try to, well, let's think about it.
All right, I'll send a couple messages. Maybe we can figure out how to use Zoom a little bit better, because I might want to use it.
Yeah, I think they have tutorials too. So I just have, let me just tell you what I'm doing. Are you guys ready? I'm trading. I'm working on building my own websites. Not sites, but sites. I'm busy. I'm like doing 20. So I'm trying to do a lot of stuff together. Okay, so in the Facebook group, I'm going to post something, and then if you guys can respond to it and do your homework. You know what the homework is, right, Adina? Do we have a commitment to do our homework, Adina? Yeah?
I'll talk to you in private.
No. You'll talk to me in private, you said? We're one family here. Come. No, we're one family. Come on. What's the deal? Tell me. Yes? It doesn't have to be literally. I'll hear you in a second do it. But literally, all I'm asking for you to do is very simple. I'm asking for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's it. 2 minutes. You go into the Facebook group, and you put a little bio. Day 1, hashtag, whatever. I'll figure out which hashtag to use. Maybe I'll, figure something out. And then you just put in bio. Hi, my name is da-da-da-da. I'm doing this. I'm in school studying this. Da-da-da-da. Blah, blah, blah. And another one is, this is what I got out of today, and this is whatever. Like some 2 little things. I'll post something in the group, after I eat. And yeah, we'll do it. Yes? Deal? I have your word? Yes. Remember, this is the thing. Okay, ready? I'm going to leave you with one more thing. Sorry if it's a little overtime, but I always want to over-deliver. It's not about, like I said, it's not about progress. It's not about perfection, it's about progress, right? But it's also about imperfect, massive, write that down, ladies, so critical. Imperfect, massive actions. Imperfect, massive actions. So if you're uncomfortable, that's the perfection. If you're looking for something that's going to drive you, that's going to be like, wow, I feel significant, which is what you're kind of saying, so it's kind of tied, right? Because I need to feel significance to get love. You're kind of conditioning your love, and that's a problem. Because love is unconditional. Let me ask you a question, Dina. Do you feel love should be conditional on anything? Is that love? If it's conditional, if it's dependent on something. Is that true love?
No, it's not. It has to be spontaneous.
Spontaneous, well, that's romantic. But true love, is it like, well, I love you if you do that? A normal mother, does she love the kid if he does or she does something? Or does she love the kid because he exists or she exists? What do you think?
Yeah, it's unconditional.
So love has to be unconditional? Yes? All right, guys. Anyway, I love you both. I hope today was worth your time. We're doing our best here, imperfectly. And we'll see each other in Facebook. We'll see each other tomorrow. Boom.
All right.
Ciao.
Bye.
And guys, be in touch. By the way, before you go, one second. Be in touch because you're both really good, wonderful people. And I literally, like Julia, Adina, like I can vouch for each one of you. And I think it would be good, if you want, no pressure, for you to get to know each other better. I think there's a lot of value you can add to one another.
Oh, Julia, you're amazing.
Okay? All right, guys. Good night. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Cheers. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good dinner, both of you.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Tina. Good night.